Hello, my name is Magnus and I'm building a catamaran. In this video I am going to do some glue ups and I'm going to clean up some of the parts I've done earlier. To start off, I am marking the correct edges that's going to get around over. I'm cutting these ones down so they will fit with the radius better, otherwise there's going to be a gap here. No, there's not. These pieces are going to go, this one on the bottom, this one is going to be on the inside. I want it to be a through hole for a bolt that's going to go from the bottom all the way to the top of the main beam that's going to go this way, connecting the deck beams. So what I have here is PVC pipe. I'm just going to drill a 20mm hole, but in the center of these pieces instead. And then this is going to get cut shorter as well. But this is going to join these two sides and hopefully make it more water resistant and resistant to rubbing. Because I'm going to use a threaded rod, like so. And this kind of PVC pipe is going to be through the main beam as well, the beam that's going to go in this direction. So it's going to be up here, and then there's going to be a piece between here. And then the threaded rod that goes through everything and keeps it together. So I'm going to get the length of the pipe here. I'm just checking. I want it to be slightly below. Something like that. So it's going to be like this. A hole there. And this is going to be in between, and then there's going to be these pieces on the side, but I need to cut these ones down a little bit. I think I'm gonna make a hole, just drill a hole around here on both sides so I can get airflow inside of this box. Otherwise there's just going to be a lot of condensation inside. So like this. I had to force it into shape a bit. The holes weren't perfectly centered on the top and the bottom, but it's not going to matter. There's going to be plenty of play. So I've done the cutouts on the sides here now, and this is because when the plate inside here, I don't want there to be water that can't get out easily from here, so that's why I'm doing it like this. So it turned out well. I think I might add a cross bracing down here, maybe up here. Otherwise, I think it's good. I have made the pieces that's going to be like this, like so. And I'm just going to glue them in place. I'm going to use the hole saw to make a hole in the middle as well here, so moisture can't get completely trapped inside. I've just filled up this space, so when I put force down here, these pieces get pinched, and that's pretty much how it's going to work when I have the main beam going in between them. I'm going to fit them fairly tight, so then when I put force on them, it's going to be good. But I'm going to reinforce the underside a bit more, just to be safe. So here I have the tail section of the beam that's going to connect the deck beams, and the drake head is going to be over here. I got those parts here, so it's going to fit like so. But I think I'm gonna have to do some changes on the head, so I'm probably going to focus more on this section and the back section, and then later on I'm going to fasten this bit as well permanently, but for now this is going to have to wait for a while longer. But I'm going to cut out an extra piece that's going to go here and also on the other side. So one there, and they are going to fit into these slots. And my thinking is I'm going to be able to separate this part with the head from the middle section and the tail when I'm transporting things around, because I think it's like almost 5 meters long, fully assembled, and it's a bit too long to have something like that dragging around. And I can easily just make some kind of bolt that goes through this one and what will be 4 of these plywood pieces, so straight through all of them, straight through here, and I can just bolt these parts together. So I've set up on the CNC. I'm gonna cut them out now. I have made the slot that's going to hold up the deck wider here. So I'm just going to draw with a pencil line and just cut off that by hand. That way I don't need to make this one thinner. I can keep it at 2 inches wide, and then I just have to cut a slot in the middle of this. It's going to be a slot in the middle, so it can slide into this from above. Then it's going to have a bit of a it's going to stick out a little bit, so there's going to be an air gap above this piece. I think that's going to look really nice and everything is assembled. And then, as you see here, I'm gonna go around. So these pieces are going to slot into here. And then I'm going to make a bolt hole that goes through everything. It's going to be around here somewhere. And then I can just bolt it together when I'm using it, and I can easily take it apart when I'm not. Going to make some changes here as well. This outer piece, I'm probably just going to cut it at this line, or I'm probably going to cut it closer to this one. And then I'm gonna use just a piece of 4mm again. So it's going to be at like this level. And it's going to connect with this piece. It makes it kind of easy for me to just take things apart and fiddle around with it until I get it the way I want it. But right now I'm just going to basically just put a round over on all of the outside edges so it looks a little bit nicer, and then you screw it together with wooden screws again. And oh yeah, I need to drill the holes that's going to accept the PVC pipe here and here as well, so I can then bolt them through these holes. So that needs to get done as well. I'm getting closer and closer to getting it into the water, so yeah, you just have to keep at it. So I rigged up the middle part here, and now I'm just going to screw it together with long screws, wooden screws, and then I'm gonna do the tail part as well. It's a bit too tight, it pinches, so I'm gonna fix that. just going to screw it together here, and then later I'm going to do the bolt talked about earlier. So I have put together the head as well here. And then this piece is going to be over here. I don't have enough room in the workshop to set it up, but it goes there. And then the deck is going to be on top of these ones. And I want to make them, hopefully I can make the deck into separate pieces, so I can quickly take it apart when I need to get it in or out of the water and onto a trailer. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.